Hello, hello, Just Gem here and welcome, or indeed welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a quick one because I do already have a short up with swatches of these, and it's the Danessa Myricks Colorfix Stix. After saying I don't think I was going to get them, I got 5 of them. Because, you know, why would I not get 5 of them? And I'm going to demo them on the eye. So I've already got the swatches. I've used 1 or 2. I think the first ones that arrived were 2 and 3. So I've used those 2, but I haven't used the others yet. But we'll start with, I'll do like maybe 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, something like that. Or maybe, I think 9 is my favourite, so maybe I'll save that till last so I can put that on both eyes. I need a mirror, and now seems as good a time as any to bust out the Glisten Sunshine mirror that I got free with my order that I placed the other day. I thought I'd already opened this, apparently not. There it is, it's a bit reflective. Yeah, nice size. That's a very nice, handy mirror. So we'll start with Duo number 2. By this point you've probably seen these used quite a lot, but just on the off chance you have not, here's what the component looks like, and you've got the Danessa Myricks initials right in the middle there, and you can pull them off either side and it leaves that central piece. And so these are Duo number 2, and if I hold them up like so, it will clearly not focus, but if it did focus, you would be able to see that these are both Duo number 2, and it's got the shade name of each individual one underneath. Maybe if I put them, yeah, there we go. It's much better if I do it that way. So you can see it's Duo number 2 and Orion, Nebula and Twilight Gleam there. There we go. I'll start with this eye. And it also tells you, so Orion Nebula is the metallic there, and Twilight Gleam is the foil. Now, Danessa says you can throw these caps away, but every single review bar one I think said keep the cap, keep it fresh, and now I'm too scared to throw it away, even though Danessa herself says you can throw it away. So I've kept them all, and I probably will keep them all. I'm not going to roll these up too high, because you're in danger then, it's quite soft, you're in danger of over applying and chunks coming off, and nobody wants chunks, do they? Mirror. And so this is number 2, and this is the metallic, and it's cool to the touch, like, so this feels rather lovely on the lid, I must say. That's nice. And then you work quickly with these, so I'm just going to blend out the edge a little bit there. I mean, what you could do is you could put a powder down first, like powder your crease, and then sort of come in and apply these. You don't have to, you can just shove it on like this. Put in the cap that you don't need back on. Satisfying. Now we're going to pick up the foil, and that's in Twilight Gleam. And I won't talk you through all 5 of them, I'll just do this first one and then we'll speed through the rest. You don't want to hear me banging on, do you? So let's twist that up, and that's probably as much as I'm going to twist it up. And then it's a case of dab, 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 kind of in the corner and over the top. And I hope to God you can't hear my stomach, because it's making some very, very interesting noises. Can you see that? That's pretty, isn't it? a bit more of the original one kind of right there. Should I go back? That's better. I didn't take it high enough. There we go. Lesson learned. There we go. So that's number 2. Alright, now we'll speed through the rest, okay? Just back to show you quickly, because I have gone around the outside with some shadow. On this side I've picked like a really deep purple because I thought that would work quite well. And on this side I've just gone in with a brown. I probably, like next time I'll put a shadow down first and then I'll use the duo sticks, but this works too. Got a bit chunky there. I don't know if that's human error, so I'll practice, I'll play around with that because you can see it's a bit chunky. Still pretty, but I want to see if I can get the shimmer to be a bit more even and sparkly. Of these two, duo number 2 is definitely my favourite. So for reference, duo 2, duo 3. And I'll be back, and I'll demo I think 8 and 10, because I think 9 is going to be my favourite. So 8 and 10 coming up next. And I have prepped this time. I've pulled out Longing from Blend Bunny, and on the side I'm going to put 8 down. I've used Take Me Back, blended out ever so slightly with Pleading. And then on the side I'm going to put 10 down. I've put on Melancholy, slightly blended out with Sorrow. Are you gonna focus? Yep, so Take Me Back and Pleading. That's right, isn't it? Yep. And Melancholy and Sorrow. Now for the duos. So this is 8 and 10 fully applied. It's very easy application. Obviously you just grab the stick and swipe it over your eyes, but in order to kind of perfect it there is a bit of a knack, and you just kind of got to be a bit careful, especially depending on where you want to place it. So you can see I got a little bit carried away, and that's perhaps a bit higher than I'd want to take it in this area, but then I've kind of nailed it here. So hopefully by the time I get to applying 10, which is coming next, no, 9, because that's 10, I'll know what I'm doing. The foil on this eye, by the way, is beautiful, beautiful. And I have put my Fenty concealer on because I know this is a Danessa video, but I don't like that Danessa concealer, unfortunately. I much prefer my Fenty one. So that's what I've put on under my eyes. So there we have it. Duo number 8, duo number 10. Final duo, duo number 9, and I have prepped as I did for 8 and 10 by going back into Longing, and this time I have put Heartbreak in the crease and blended it out very badly with old photographs. So just so you can see there, it's these two here, which I think will work quite well. On the whole, I think Longing would be a very good companion palette to these Colorfix Stix. So number 9. Engine number 9. both lids, and it's as I suspected. I think 9 is my favourite. However, I will say, oh, I forgot my light. I will say that I did have a moment of panic where I thought I had switched up 8 and 9, and I've just taken to my Insta stories to show this. So these two, so that's the metallics on the top and the foils on the bottom, and that's 8 and that's 9. So 9 has got that deeper blue, which is one of the reasons I wanted to get it actually. And if you look at the foils, they're actually very, very similar. And I think that's what gave me that moment of panic where I thought to myself, oh, I think I've mixed them up. It's just that the foil in number 9 has got a bit more purple to it, which I think you can probably see on my lid there. And I think you can tell as time has gone, I've perfected the application. I've got the technique down, so I know what I'm doing now. So when I go back to like 2 and 3, I'll be able to finesse it and put it on in a way where it looks better, because I think this does look really good. I haven't done eyeliner because I'm not going to have this on for very long, and the mascara that's left is just the remnants from when I first put it on, from taking it on and off. There we have it. That's duo number 9. Out of all the 5 duos that I've tried today, do you have a favourite? Let me know. So there we go. I mean, it's probably just a rough and ready one really, but I'd done the swatches and I had some time and I thought to myself, do you know what, let me do some eye demonstration so you can see what it looks like. This is quite deep. I mean, maybe if I put in a slightly lighter shadow in the crease, it wouldn't look quite as intense, but that's quite a sultry, smoky eye. Do I think these are worth the money? For a start, I did not pay full price. I think in your British pounds they are either £41.50 or £42.50 depending on which retailer you go to. Much to my surprise, occasionally Cult Beauty do these 20% discounts, and it doesn't apply to new products, and I would class these as new, but it applied to these. And I had a voucher as well from like previous purchases. I think I had a £5 or a £10. So I bought one, no I had a £5, so I bought one from there, one from Sephora because I also had a voucher there, plus Danessa Myricks is my 10% off brand, one of them. And then the other 3 I got from Danessa Myricks direct. So have I separated them in the right way? I don't know. So the one thing is, you can't tell what the duo is unless you pull them apart. I mean, is it the end of the world? No, not really. I can kind of tell what they are because they do have a little band that shows the colour roughly. So 2 and 3, I got one off Sephora, one off Cult Beauty, and then 8, 9, 10, all from Danessa Myricks direct, because 9 and 10, that's the only place you can get them from. And because it was the first time I was ordering direct through Danessa Myricks, I got 20% off. And to be honest, I think that's the only reason why I picked these up, just because I had a discount. Originally, I was just going to buy one, and I really couldn't decide, and I had this suspicion that I would really like 9 and or 10, and then I just bought them all. I did exercise some willpower though, because I didn't buy all 10, I just got 50% of them, which is still... And considering I said I'm not going to get them, would I pay £42.50? No. No, I would not. But when I think about how much I did end up paying per unit, I think for one of them, if it was 20% off plus I got a £5 on top off, that's not bad for one. And it's in the packaging. That reel / short that I did was just so much fun, because it was just me pulling them apart and then having fun making them click together. And it's like the volume 6 Volume 5 Freedom Palette. Is it 5 or is it 6? The Freedom Palette, where you can mix them all around. It's like that. I mean, who knew that shoving a strong magnet on packaging would make it this much fun? It just is, and it's in the detail. I think there are other shadow sticks like this that will give you like a high shine effect, but I just don't know that they're as elevated as this. Like I love the fact that you can just pull it apart, you know? If you just want to pull one off and you think I'm going out, I want a one and done and they're going to shove it in my handbag, you can, because that's one half. And if you want to mix and match, again, you can do that. That's something I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to be playing around and seeing what the different combos are. I think 8, 9 and 10, when you switch those around, that they're going to be pretty nice combos. I do think so. Worth full price? No. Worth it for at least 20% off? I think so. Would I buy any more than the ones I've got? No. I think I'm happy with the ones I've got. I pulled off all the images, saw it on a deeper skin tone, and going by the fact that I like blue, purple, green, I suspected that, you know, 8, 9, 10 would be the ones. And then actually, to be honest, I was a little bit surprised by how much I like 2. Is that 2? No, that's 3. I think 3 is probably my least favourite, but that might be to do with how I applied it, so I will have to go back. This is 2, I'm holding it, yeah. 2 took me by surprise. I liked that. That was a last minute, actually maybe I'll pick up 2, and I really like that one. So, yeah. I'm going to leave it there. It was mainly meant to be a demo and a bit of a first impressions, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing with these some more, doing a bit of mixing and matching. And I'm also hoping to pick up the Colorfix Nude in shade 8, because I want to be able to use that as an eyeshadow base. I don't like the eyeshadow base I use currently. At the moment I've just used concealer because it was easier. I do need a new base, I think, so I'm gonna lean into the Colorfix series, I think, and pick up a nude Colorfix to act as a base. There we have it. Danessa Myricks Colorfix Duos. Expensive, absolutely, but worth it if you can grab them on sale. That's what I would say. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I also hope to see you again in a video in the not too distant future. Take care. Bye.